You are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, Brian, Lynn. Hello, you new. What's up, Uniquely Lavish? How is everybody doing? I hope all of you are staying blessed and safe out there and having a wonderful, beautiful day. I will be reading How to Read. Let me turn the light for y'all. How to Read the Akashic Records. Accessing the archive of the soul and its journey. An amazing, complete, readable, and practical guide for accessing the cosmic information field, traditionally called the Akashic Records. Once you open your crown chakra and go up, hey Barbara! Once you open your crown chakra and go up, then you can access the Akashic Records if you have that ability. But I will be reading the book, and this is kombucha gingerade flavor. I'm just thirsty. Hold on. So, how's everybody doing? Please type Buddha in the chat. Hey, was it your birthday yesterday? Because your name came up on my calendar, but it didn't say anything. It just said Barbara, you too. I think it was your birthday yesterday. Happy belated birthday. Let me know if I'm right. Was your birthday yesterday? Yeah, it is. It's by GT Gingerade Raw Kombucha Gingerade flavor at 0% alcohol because they have some with alcohol. Mine was Tuesday. I don't know why it came. Oh, you must came up as a reminder, or I got it confused. I'm sorry. You're welcome. And it says I got 7 watching and only 3. Look, Lapidus Crystal from Whole Foods Market. You get 4 of these for like $12. Very cheap. If you could please hit those thumbs up. Hey, Shay's Faith. I'm going to be reading How to Read the Akashic Records. I'm going to start over because I fell asleep the last time. It ain't my fault. I'll be supporting a lot of people. I'm very tired. And I'm still not 1,000% good. But this is what I like doing. Taking the time to read. If you type Buddha, it will drop your link. The Akashic Records is basically accessing your soul's journey and to find out the real purpose why you are here. That's why they say, like reading this book, I read this book, like half of it, and then I went ahead and started reading the whole thing for you guys. But then I fell asleep last time because I was real tired. So I'm just gonna go ahead and read, a little bit, and then come back and read a little bit rest, and because it is a long book. But it's really good information to know about your soul's purpose, your journey here, why you were sent here, and everything. You will know once you deepen and then find out that information. Pretty good. It's pretty good because when I'm reading it, I feel like I'm talking to myself, or I feel like I actually wrote this. Like it's like I don't know. It's hard to explain. I just laugh at some parts, but Let me find page 1. Let me make sure I ain't miss nobody. Hey, trending TV. What's up, trending? Say I ain't on no StreamYard today. No singing. Alright, this is the preface to the paperback edition. Congratulations on choosing to deepen your relationship with your soul. Welcome in the years since the initial release of this book. Thousands of people just like you have found their way to the Akashic records and successfully achieved personal empowerment. They are expressing life-changing stories of insight and growth. You have in your hands a simple tool for accessing profound spiritual depth. The very fact that you are reading this is evidence that you have the potential to know your soul better than ever before. I am thrilled that you are giving yourself and a gift of learning this unique but very practical practice of following the directions of sharing it with your friends and enjoying the journey. When we meet on the path of light, I know that I will recognize you by the sparkle in your eyes, the warmth of your manner, and the joy in your spirit. Until then, enjoy your journey. It wrote Linda Howe, April 2010. So, thank you to each and every one of you for being here. And if you don't mind, please hit those thumbs up, share it out, type Buddha to drop your link. I pinned it on top. Type Buddha to drop your link in the chat. And then it says, How I Found the Akashic Records. I did not have a near-death experience. It's more like I hovered over near death spiritually for a period of years. The situation was grim, and I couldn't understand why. I had done everything right, had been a good girl, gone to college, studied hard, gotten good grades. I had a good job, a nice apartment. I had what looked like a fine life. I had everything I thought I wanted, and it was miserable. Hey, Wellness with Frugal Mama. Thank you very much. I hope you're having a wonderful day at work. Through sheer effort, I had been able to achieve what I had set out to do, but all my accomplishments couldn't quite the scream echoing up from a cannon in my soul. No matter how I tried, I could never be good enough. My efforts just weren't cutting it. Sometimes I would simply give up and let myself be as bad as I could tolerate, all to secure a feeling of okayness, safety, or relaxation. It wasn't working. Finally, in desperation, I prayed, God, if you're there, you got to help me. I can't take it anymore. Help, please. Within 6 weeks of the urgent prayer, a remarkable thing happened. I was lying on my bed, feeling sorry for myself, and looking at a tree that had grown its way up to the third floor window. Again, I called out to God for help. Tell me, how can life look so good but feel so bad? Then everything stopped. All the noise inside me came to a halt, and a sense of calm relief took its place. When I looked at the tree, I knew we were connected. I could feel it. 23 years old, raised in the city, and not one to spend much time in nature. I was stunned by the experience. For a few moments, I clearly felt myself one with the tree and with every other thing I could and could not see. The idea was immense, yet at the same time comforting. I knew that my life was not a fluke and that there was a God. Most important, I knew that this God liked me. God's love had never been an issue. I always knew that God loved me, but I had never been sure He liked me. In that miraculous moment, my fears were calm and my questions answered. The feeling of being known fully and loved absolutely and liked was unmistakably. The experience was so powerful and so profound, and the reality of it so overwhelming that I'm still growing into it to this day, nearly 30 years later. Yep, that's true. Having been raised Catholic in the Midwest, my initial understanding of God was as the bearded old man in the sky, feeling connected to the tree, blew that idea far for blew that idea apart with various brown. Thank you. I see the scrolling, so I just want to make sure. Okay, y'all talking to each other. I don't want to miss nobody. I appreciate everyone being here. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay, it says, okay, feeling connected with the tree blew that idea apart from me. The God I encountered in that moment went far beyond my old concept. My new and expanded version of God was more of a force field than a person. This force field seemed to contain a host of distinct qualities that coverage in the moment positive energizing power mixed with exquisite sensitivity and tender compassion and kindness. There was paradoxal sense of order without constriction, an orderly meeting of exuberant joy, deep stillness, precise awareness, and reverence for the moment, and an open, expansive inclusion of all that is, all that has ever been, and all that will ever be, occurring stimulously. Now that was a God worth knowing. For a while, it seemed that there should be a better, more modern word to describe this power and its presence. Ultimately, though, I decided that the word God was the best term for me because it allows for this force field's unknowable, mysterious nature. Since the episode with the tree, I have been blessed with many moments of heightened awareness. But that first conscious experience of the presence of God was the most renovating and transformational. Yes. Yes, it was. In the blink of an eye, everything changed. I changed, and yet everything appeared the same. I knew that whatever the experience had been, I wanted more of it. I wanted to live my whole life from that place of being so knowing, so seen, so loved, and so liked. My search begun. Mainstream religion. I took off my spiritual path with passion and enthusiasm. I sought to capture my initial experience and make it last. Elongated, duplicated my desire to experience again that sense of light, power, and presence took me to a number of places. First, I went to churches and temples, a full range of them from Catholic charismatic where praying in tongues is the norm, to Buddhist temples where people practice meditation. They say that heightens your awareness and detachment. With a short period of time, I recognized that all religions were and are fundamentally good, and to this day, I still participate in religious activities, and when I am moved, and to do so, but the revelatory experience I had was not there, nor was it being sought. Instead, I encountered lots of rules and lots of pressure to follow them. Men were in charge and women served refreshments. That was not for me. Nope. Everybody taboo it up in the chat to drop your link. The politics got in the way. I was struggling to accept my own sexual identity at the time and was fearful that the religious authorities would suspect the truth and I would be banished. It was clear then traditional religion was not the path that would allow me to most deeply experience the presence of God as I had to know it. Yeah, trending. Buddha, Buddha, Buddha. After my spiritual awakening, I felt so filled with God's grace that I easily let go of the habits, thoughts, and behaviors that had been standing in the way of my spiritual development. At the, at the same time, I was given the energy I needed to develop new life patterns. Yep. My ridiculous partying fell away with relatively little effort on my part. I had tried to clean up my act before, but it had been beyond my capabilities. Being touched in this way, however, caused me to effortlessly move in the direction, move in a different direction. Anyone who has experienced this type of healing knows just how mysterious and miraculous it is. No human effort can compare. For a period of time, perhaps, as long as 6 months after the light opened up inside me, I was wide open in consciousness. I felt as if I had entered a new dimension of living, and in fact, that was what had occurred. Everywhere I went, I would get a hit, a sense of knowing, and whatever I saw was God and the expression of God that and that I was this shit. Let me see. Of God. And that I was one with it. Alright, that's what I thought, yeah. And that I was one with it. Standing in the line at the grocery store, I would quirk at the realization that all who were present were one. Driving down beautiful Lakeshore Drive in Chicago, I easily accepted that everything I encountered was God and that I was a part of it. Passing the Caribbean green housing projects jostled my world as that hit of awareness told me that this, too, was the face of God and that I was related to it. I felt a bit nutty, yet it was so much better than being stuck and miserable, and that I went with it. My mother was a godsend during that time. She has a strong mystical awareness and is unafraid of spiritual reality. A progressive Catholic who has always been way ahead of her time, she supported me from her point of view, offering guidance and knowledge about the Mass, the mystery of the Trinity, and the Scripture. Her support of me has never wavered, and for this I am eternally grateful. Still, even her radical approach to a traditional path was not mine. Exploring new avenues. J Star! Hello! I'm good. How are you? I hope everything's good. I hope you're staying blessed. Please type BUDDHA in the chat and it will drop your link, J Star. Everybody connect. Training is my sister from another mother. It is 3:49 a.m. right now where she's at. That's why she's from another mother. So please connect, everybody. Oh, just kidding, Buddha. What'd you say, Benin? Oh, Lord. I won't say vodka. No, I I haven't had vodka, honestly. Shit. That's how long it's been. Um, 38. I just turned 38. So, probably, let me see. No, because when my dad died, I turned right before I turned 31. So it would be 31. Yeah, I turned 31 June 26th. My dad passed June 13th, and I stopped drinking the day I stopped being friends with my best friend because she wouldn't go to church. Like, the person that took me in was my homegirl, because if I stayed here, I would kill my brother. Like, seriously. I felt that much anger at that time. So I had to go. Like, I took my stuff and I left for my own sake. It's 3:51. Stop speeding up the time, trending. See, trending speeding up the time. Trending, go to bed if you want to go to bed. No, but I stopped drinking like probably Christmas. I don't know, like November when I was 31, like around there. I don't drink no more. Yeah, I drink once in a blue moon. That's like maybe a pale ale, which is organic, which is not even. It's made of hops, but if I do go out, I mean, I have a little cup like that. It's a shot of it's called this, so do not choke me. That's what it's called. A red-headed, and then the S word. You know, the bad S word. Hey, enjoy my world. Everything's good. I'm keeping my immune system up, and I'm keeping my faith up. So I hope everything's good with you and work and the family. Yeah, I was hit by an 18-wheeler. That's why I'm. Most people think I'm drunk, or like I'm high, or like I do drugs or some shit like that. No, it's because I have a speech impairment. Okay, I was hit by an 18-wheeler. So yeah, I have most people will talk out their butt. But yeah, I have a speech impairment. So that's where I was tricked, and then I was cut open to repair my spleen, my diaphragm. I had pelvic fracture, hip fracture. I tore my ACL, MCL. Um, I have this scar. I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't know. Some people say it looks like Michael Jordan, but like, I don't know, if I go in the sun, y'all can see this. It's like crazy. Y'all see that? Y'all see that nice little Michael Jordan on my forehead? But yeah. Yeah, pale ale. My light activation instructor told me to drink that. Yeah, I almost died at the age of 25. I had internal bleeding. I had a 9% chance of surviving. I was rushed to emergency surgery where they operated on me, and I was kind of angry because I had to be given a blood transfusion, and I'm not like, I'm against that, especially in the area where the accident happened. It happened in Hollywood, Florida, and everybody's known to have like something wrong with them. And I didn't want nobody's blood or nothing, but at that time in my life, I wasn't speaking to my parents. And the day of the car accident, my friend came to the hospital and asked where's my phone to my other friend who was in the vehicle, and she got mad because she walked away with a black eye because I gave her the black eye. I leaned over real quick to, like, I didn't mean to hit her. I just covered her real fast, and I had left my foot on the driver's side, my left foot, and it had got stuck from the pedals. So when the 18-wheeler came, it slid my whole truck. I had a 95 Chevy Silverado pickup truck, 1500. So, yeah. Yeah. And then, yeah, he really does. Because I've been through more. But, yeah, I've been through a lot. And people just, all they can do is just talk and guess. But no, the reason why I tired like this is because I refuse to go to speech therapy. And well, I did go to speech therapy for maybe like 2 weeks. I don't know. I don't remember. I have a traumatic brain injury. My mother says I went for 2 months. I could have sworn it was 2 weeks because the lady told me that, yeah, that's what everybody says in Joy World. But yeah, they gave me a blood transfusion, and then I fell in the hospital. That's how I got this. I fell in the hospital, fractured my skull, my frontal skull. I worsened the herniated disc in my lower back and my middle back, and I had a C8. All of these were herniated. I had a C8 stable fracture. I had to wear a neck brace. So I was in ICU for probably April, May, yeah, 3 months. I went upstairs, fell in the hospital. When I woke up from the coma, I had awoke and I called out. Nobody answered. Called out again. Nobody answered. I looked. I automatically instantly, yes, I'm not that innocent. I have been to jail before, so I automatically looked at my wrist to see if I had handcuffs. I didn't have no handcuffs, so and then you gotta guys keep in mind too. I didn't have no memory. I didn't know where I was, so I'm calling out. Nobody's answering me. I'm like, I'm getting up. So no one answered. I got up. I took 2 steps. All I remember is I went boom. Like I fell. Like it wasn't even funny. Like I couldn't even walk. I'm like, and I fell. And my dad said when he had like a very bad feeling in his heart, he rushed up. He came into the room. They were cleaning up the blood. The doctor was saying, "You say this, you say that, you say that," and it was just like messed up. But yeah, and my dad flipped. They kicked him out. They had to call security, kick him out of the hospital, and then okay, my food's ready. And then yeah, and then my mom came to the hospital, so my dad was able to go back upstairs. So I went from falling to going back to ICU. My forehead was like up to here. I had a traumatic brain injury, and the doctor was saying that I can't have any hits or anything to my head because I had a stable C8 fracture. So when I fell in the hospital, they were afraid that the C8 fracture is hanging my hairline. So they were afraid that that was going to put me in a wheelchair. So they had me in an like very uncomfortable brace that I kept tearing off and throwing across the room. And my mom would come put it back on, and I kept tearing it off. And I kept getting angry. And I told my dad, like, they kept sitting me up, and I would automatically fall. Like, I didn't know how to sit up, I didn't know how to walk. Um, it was very hard because I was 25 years old. So, and I was supposed to be in UFC. Um, I used to box, kickboxing. I know capoeira. I know mixed martial arts. Um, I was also point guard. and varsity for basketball. So all of that was taken. And then if you guys see, I'm like also like I used to draw pictures. So I'm getting back into that and everything. But I have many more stories, and you guys can ask me whatever you want to ask me. But yeah, Barbara, that's one thing was I was hit by an 18 wheeler. I was given a blood transfusion, which I'm still angry to this day about. But what can I do? I just gotta keep on moving and just keep fighting these shit that's thrown at me. And it's a lot. And then recently, another thing was thrown at me. So they just took my blood yesterday. Like, I don't know if y'all could see the bruise. They just took my blood yesterday. So my results will come back in a couple, maybe in a week. And then my doctor will let me know what's affected, what's not affected. But I'm just staying high vibrations and I leave it to God, and whatever it is, it is. I accept. Um, but my saying to everybody is you okay, listen, people don't talk about their personal problems, but maybe, they should because others will probably listen and learn from this. But when your parents tell you something, it's not for them to be mean to you. It's for them to protect you and to be honest with you and to guide you in this life. Okay? Because we are all light beings and we all bleed red. And that's why this book, Akashic Records, I'm reading because, yes, I've been to the astral plane, I've been to the spirit world, and I want to go above to access my own records and to be the one to tell myself how to walk this own journey in life and heal my own self. And that's what I'm doing. Good night, trending. And I don't know how long I've been live, 32 minutes. But yeah, I've been live probably for like 32 minutes, but I'm really, really sorry. It's just I have to go eat dinner. I have to take medication. I have to stay up with it. But I will be back. Um, if anyone wants to come back, that's fine. Hey, the right way, what's up? But I will be back to finish the book. I'm sorry once again. You knew it's probably gonna go back live again, and then trending is gonna kick me because she left her account in here. So I don't know. Wait, trending. I'm gonna go eat, so you can shut down. Okay. You can give your computer, phone a rest. I'm gonna go eat. I love y'all. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Stay blessed up. And please, please, please let your light shine in this ugly world full of hate. Let your light shine. Yes, I will go eat and I will probably come back, make this to an hour, 2 hours, and probably go back to sleep. I will be, yeah, I'll keep my vibes high. That's for sure. Hey, BKM. Thank you, everybody. I will be back. Namaste to you and your family. Major love shout out. And bye. What? Leave that at live stream. What? Oh, I'm going to be back trending. What do you want me to do? You want me to leave this running while I'm not here? All right, if you guys are willing to stay and support, I mean, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go eat some pasta. I'm gonna eat with my mother, not here. But yeah, put on to meditate. Alright, hold on. I don't think there's I don't know if y'all could wait. I gotta do it from my phone, I think. Hold on. Oh, look at R. Kelly's face. Man, he looks depressed. Mm, Praise. Okay, it began. Um, oh shit. Okay, no copyright meditation. This is to keep your vibration high. Let me see. It's at 528 hertz. Mm, It's 432. Someone got 528. Okay. Let me see how I'm gonna do this, y'all. Oh, y'all hear it? Press 1 if you guys hear it. Alright, cool. Cool. I shall be back. Hey, PP Mass. Hey, Music Corner. Remember that. Sorry, everybody. I was getting lunch. I hope all of you are staying blessed, staying safe. I appreciate it to the fullest, and I'm very grateful that Music Corner and PP Mass, most of all PP Mass, that he came by. Namaste to you and your family. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful birthday. Everybody that's in the chat, please type "Happy Birthday, PP Mass." It's PP Man's birthday Friday. Turned up. It's my dad's birthday the next day. I realized that today. Right when I saw his birthday on Facebook, I was like, wait, October 8th. I think it's October 8th. I was like, wait. I was like, Daddy's birthday is tomorrow, October 9th. His birthday's on a Friday. My father is the next day. Oh, thank you. So, let me put this. All right, so do y'all have any questions, Shay? Are you new? Or you want me to continue on? Excuse me 1 minute. I keep clicking like mute. Sorry. All right, exploring new avenues. Having explored religion, I moved in the direction of self-help seminars. I attended tons of them, and I loved them all, which I did. I attended the Qigong retreat. Okay, J Star. I attended the Qigong retreat. I attended tons of them, and I loved them all. Each one brought me something I needed. Sometimes understanding, sometimes people, sometimes structure and organization. No matter where I went, I was blessed with something I supported my growth. Some of the workshops were positive, validating, and felt good. Some were harsh, disturbing, and horribly uncomfortable. All of them contributed to my expanding awareness. What was missing from this pathway, however, was recognition of life's spiritual dimensional. So I continue my quest, accompanied by countless friends and comrades. I had therapy and body work. Body work of every variety. I had all kinds of readings. My generation made celebrities the spiritual readers, so of course I found myself at the table of many a soothsayer. And as with most avenues I explored, my experiences were usually wonderful. When I was 28, I went with a friend to a resonance fair where a tarot reader looked at my cards. That reading turned out to be a significant event for me, not because of the details of what the reader told me, but because of how I felt. when she was finished. As I let the truth of her words sink in, I experienced an amazing sense of personal liberation. If only I could offer the same feeling to others. I left the fair with the notation of making my living by doing tarot readings. At the same time, it seemed ridiculous. Tarot readers and others, no problem. Everybody say happy birthday. Alright, so I left the fair with the notation of making my living by doing tarot readings. At the time, it seemed ridiculous. Tarot readers and others involved in spiritual divination all seemed so odd, so separate from mainstream life, almost misfits. It was frightening to think if I did readings, I would belong to that subculture. I had not yet reconciled within myself the notation of being a regular person in the world who happened to do tarot readings. No, at that time it was an either or situation. I could either travel in the real world or live on the outskirts. A year or so later, another friend suggested I have a session with a woman in Texas who worked with the Akashic records. Whatever those were, this reader was quite popular, so I made a telephone appointment. I was told she would be able to tell me my soul's purpose, and I certainly wanted to know what it was. At the time, my financial situation and my work life were so turbulent that I just couldn't find a place to land. Every job I'd had during that period offered something that I wanted, but on the whole, they were unsatisfying. I was truly baffled. Hey, PP Mass, type Buddha, no problem. Type Buddha, and then it'll drop your link. I'm so sorry, I forgot to tell you that. Stay safe when you're on the ride, and if I think you're gonna go do what you're gonna do, thumbs up to you, big time. Stay safe. Always be safe, cause those people are crazy. No doubt. All right. He offered something that I wanted, but on the whole, they were unsatisfying. I was truly baffled. I called at the appointed time, and the woman launched into the reading. Her manner was warm. But between her thick accent and the new ideas she was presenting, I wasn't quite sure what she was saying to me. What I did know was that I wasn't quite sure what she was saying to me. What I did know was that I had that feeling again, that distinct sense of being known and loved. The rest of the reading didn't really matter, and the thought crossed my mind that I would love to be able to do what she was doing. Life kept moving forward, but the time I was 30, I had resolved many of my difficult personal issues through God's infinite love and strength. I had been relived of the terrible eating disorder and had met a wonderful life partner with whom I continue to share my journey. When Lisa and I first met, she showed me how to read tarot cards. We spent countless hours throwing the cards. Her friend Stephen had taught her how to decipher the tarot, and she simply passed it on. We had a blast, and for the next couple of hours, I had read the cards at every opportunity. While I was away at graduate school at the University of Illinois, I spent plenty of time developing my skills by doing readings for crazed graduate students. I returned to Chicago and worked a regular job in title insurance by the day, reading cards for people every chance I got. I hated my job. I tried to like it. I tried to make it work. I tried and I tried and I tried. To no available, I had to quit. I told myself that if I did, I would finish the Russian language requirement for my graduate degree in Russian history, too terrified to admit to myself that I was quitting to be a tarot card reader. I I armed myself with this social acceptable justification for quitting a perfectly fine job and gave my notice, but trying to learn Russian for the umpteenth time was downright painfully, fully as intolerable as my title insurance job. After lots of soul searching and some wailing and garnishing of teeth, I took myself down off my homemade cross and quit Russian. 3 seconds of blessed relief were mine. Before terror came to the fore, the moment of truth had arrived. I admitted to myself that I wanted to do readings for a living. I wanted to be a professional tarot card reader. To realize dream, I cleaned houses by day and read tarot cards at the coffee houses by night. It was such great fun. After a while, I set up an office in my home and practice began to grow. Then an odd pattern began to take shape. I started to see, and I see today, that the people who were coming to me for readings were generally bright and insightful. They would come in for the readings, and while we looked at their cards, we would see all kinds of things that would help them gain clarity and figure things out in their lives. We would congratulate ourselves as I walked them to the door. And then, about 6 to 8 months later, they would return with the exact same issues. Let me amend that some people would return with the same issues. There were actually two different groups. One group only needed to gain some understanding to resolve their difficulties or move beyond their limitations. For them, the problem was a lack of knowledge, so knowledge always solved their problems. For the other group, their through the root of the problem was something else. For them, knowledge did not necessarily translate into power without the power they needed. The people in this group often remained stuck. So back to me, they would come and we would look at their cards again and repeat the same process. It was painful that these readings never seemed to take, and I felt terrible. My prayers grew desperate. God, there has to be a way for people to access the power they need in order to solve their problems. Clearly, knowledge is not enough. It's great as far as it goes, but it doesn't go far enough. Help. And P.S. The solution can't lie with dogma or with or institutions. Because as a group, the people who come to me don't like that. By this time in my life, I had grown accustomed to God's responsiveness to my heartfelt prayers, and I knew that the answer would arrive at the perfect moment. I had no idea what the answer would turn out to be, yet I was open to any real solution. Shamanic Journey. Let me drink some water, you guys. Hey, OG, what's up? Salute. My respect to you, OG. Thank you very much. Let me mute this. OG, are you still here? Type Buddha in the chat. to drop the link. This is Kendalula. I'll tell you right now. I'm gonna read it. Kandula. This is calendula extract. It's extracts from the calendula plant. It's organic. It's baby lotion because I got sensitive skin, so I use the baby lotion. Hey, Benin, thank you for still being here. So the Shamanic Journey, which was interesting because I wanted to do that a couple months ago, but I really went through all of this. All right, so not long after my prayer, a friend invited me to a shamanic drumming circle. I didn't want to go. The thought of sitting barefoot in a circle with a bunch of folks in Power Animal t-shirts seemed dreadful, not empowering. However, my friend raved about it, so I finally gave in. Picture it. Here I am reading tarot cards for a living, and I'm afraid a shamanic drumming circle will be too weird. I had to laugh at myself. A woman named Pat Butty held the meeting. She had the longest running, most stable group in the area, so I felt pretty safe. She was great. The last thing I expected: frosted hair, a fluffy dog, shag carpet on the floors. Welcome was in the air. Pat briefly explained the journey we were about to embark upon. I don't think I never went through an actual shamanic journey. Like, she went through a circle of people. I did it by myself. So I don't know. Okay, so I thought it sounded hokey, and I figured nothing would happen for me. But I decided to be polite and participate to the best of my ability. Within the first few beats, hey, Ben Boy, salutes. Type Buddha in the chat to drop your link. Within the first few beats of the drum, I was gone off to another dimension. That happens to me. Like, for real. That was as real to me as the clothes on my back. I felt it. The power to affect change. No dogma, no institution, pure life force. Okay, God, I thought, when I emerged from my trance, now what? Within a few weeks, I was taking classes in classic core shamanism at the Foundation of Shamanic Studies, where I had the great fortune of training under Sandra Ingerman, the author of Soul Retrieval. You see, now that is a book I don't know. I don't think I would get Soul Retrieval. No. My tarot practice yielded, and I begun to offer shamanic healings. It was as marvelous. Well, I asked my mom to give me that book, Soul Retrieval. I don't know. I don't think it's kind of bad, but I'm going to ask my uncle. So it was a marvelous way to bring power to people in need to enable them to recover their lost life force for themselves. For the next 5 years, I worked as a shamanic practitioner in one-on-one sessions, and in groups. It was wonderful. You may already have guessed what's coming next. A path I'd found fulfilling was about to close and another about to open. One day I was leading a journey circle and calling to the directions as a leader does. Essentially, calling for all persons present to get what they need. I heard myself calling out to God for protection and support. I was not calling to the spirits of the east, south, west, and north, as was the custom, but to God. Now it's true that the directions and the animals and all natural things are expressions of God, but somehow, without meaning to, I had left the shamanic structure. Then later, when I did a shamanic healing practice with someone, I heard myself telling God that this was his child and we needed him to take care of the situation. Finally standing in another drumming circle, I looked down at my hands and saw the physical signs of what had become an uncomfortable fit. I was one of the whitest white girls in the city. I'd best leave shamanism to others. So we're going back to Akashic Records. And yeah, after reading that, I was like, I don't think I want to go into shamanism, like shamanic, or read about it or anything. The electrician slash handyman's here. So we're going to Akashic Records. It was time to pray my prayer of desperate again. This time it went something like, God, there has to be a way to access both knowledge and power that is simple and easy. No stuff to drag around, maybe just a prayer, please help. And I did not doubt that help was on the way. A few weeks later, I was on a panel presenting information about shamanism. Another woman was there to talk about the Akashic Records. I was completely certain what she was talking about. It was very esoteric, but there was something alluring about it. So I decided to take her 2-day beginning Akashic Records class. In it, she taught us how to open the records by saying a specific prayer. When I followed her directions, bam, I felt a very distinct shift. And there it was, that sense again, the sense of being known and loved. It was not as overwhelming as my original experience, but I recognized it and I felt that at long last I was home. What was especially compelling about this new experience was that it wasn't sensational. There were no spectacular phenomena, no talking and funny voices, no eyes rolling up into the head, none of that. There was just a simple, subtle, yet discernible shift within me that enabled me to access the dimension of consciousness I had been skiing over the years. This sense of love has proven to be relatively there for me anytime I wish to enter this wonderful state. All I have to do is say the prayer. I've begun doing Akashic readings for my shamanic clients, and for the next 2 years, I worked with both systems. I did readings for myself almost daily and practiced Akashic readings on anyone who would let me. I felt like I was being taken by the light and moved in a different direction. Whether reading for myself or someone else, I got the sense I had been striving to find. And there was more. Years of study were coming together for me. I had explored the writings of Joel S. Goldsmith and Alice Bailey, among others, and as a result, I was mentally prepared for the next stage of my journey. The New Thought Church's religious science and utility, all doors that I had opened previously helped a great deal too. Everything I had experienced and learned supported me in my new realm, and everything continues to support me. In 1995, Lisa and I moved to Washington's Olympic Peninsula with our young son Michael, believing that this would be our home for the rest of our lives. We loved it. Spectacular beauty surrounded us, and the quaint Victorian seaport town of Port Townsend. There on the edge of the map, in a town of 7,000 people, my practice expanded. It was a place where people went to heal, so my work was embraced. So my work was embraced there. By adjusting to the move and raising a toddler was stressful for me. I felt blessed that my work was appreciated, but my client list was quickly growing unimaginably. I found myself seeing so many people for consultations each week that this became stressful too. Finally, even though I loved it, doing so much of this work took its toll, and after a while, I began to feel like I was falling into a thousand pieces. Something had to give. I turned to a prayer once more. God, please help me, show me what to do here. Then a revelation. I suddenly understood that many of the people who came to me for Akashic consultations could be doing the work for themselves. There was no obvious reason for them not to learn how to read the records on their own, teaching people how to do the work for themselves, and the others became a clear solution to my dilemma. If my clients to themselves developed their own spiritual authority, they could shift from relying on me to following their own spiritual guidance, which would enable them to develop and mature. Then they could just come to me when they were stuck or in need of some outside support to move them along in their journey. My goal was and always and let me see. My goal was and always has been to assist others in their quest to help find their own way rather than finding it for them, which in truth I cannot do anyway. I had never sought to foster an unnecessary dependence upon me, and I was relieved to have come upon this solution. I believe that that on a spiritual quest or our distances, we must travel on our own, and our challenge was to learn how to do that. Then, or other times, hey, you like this? I hope you understanding me, like the trach and all, so I hope y'all can understand me. Well, this is a really good book, and I can't wait till I get to the prayer, because I believe once I do get to the prayer, I will expand more knowledge and open up more. Thank you. I was just thinking in my head, when are you going live? Because I want to know. Oh, thank you, J Star. Okay, that's cool. Let me find my way. Okay, so to help them find their own way rather than finding it for them, which in truth I cannot do anyway. I had never sought to foster an unnecessary dependence upon me, and I was relieved to have come upon this solution. I believe that on a spiritual quest, there are distances we must travel on our own, and our challenges to learn how to do that. I believe so too. Then there are other times when it's best to seek the counsel of others. Along the way, to trial and error, we learn when to get alone and when to get assistance. And we learn that ultimately we are here to help one another. That's why you should read your Akashic records, because you learn basically tomorrow game day. Okay. Basically, we're all light beings. We're all here to help each other, and that's what you all need to, like, everybody that says, "Oh, what does that mean?" It's basically to learn your soul's purpose. Remember who you are. Remember the inner child of you, the one that God made. Okay. Okay, so that was it. My prayer had been answered. I had my solution, teaching my clients to read their own Akashic records was a way to empower them to be self-supporting. I'd then be free to focus on working with others who need assistance from someone else. At the same time, I could delight in seeing my Akashic students grow into finding their own spiritual authority. It was perfect, and it would have to wait. Certified to teach. That's the chapter. Although my inner guidance was encouraging me to move toward teaching the powers that be, both human and beyond human, thought it best to wait. I am not one to wait patiently, but I waited because I needed a teacher to help me advance to the next level, which is true, to ground me in the practice solidly enough that I could pass it along effectively. For another full year, I continued doing consultations for others and juggling the rest of my life and it was during that year that I met the teacher I needed. I had a list of qualifications the right teacher would have to meet, and it was very specific and detailed. I wanted support, guidance, and instruction from someone I admired, respected, and enjoyed. I also wanted someone with whom I felt free to be honest and around whom I felt safe enough to be vulnerable, yet who recognized my strong points as well. Ideally, this person would have everything I wanted and would be able to instruct me. One day, Mary Parker arrived, and she turned out to be that kind of teacher for me. As soon as I met Mary, the way forward opened up and things quickly fell into place. Mary had received a sacred prayer. One of the ways in which people have engaged the Akashic records is through the use of sacred prayers. These prayers have been given to individuals as their access codes, which enable them to enter, experience, and exit the records successfully. This sacred prayer tradition is based on the vibrational patterns of specific words and phrases, which together establish a vibrational light grid, an energetic bridge to a particular region of the Akashic records. Each prayer emits a soul level signal that contacts and beckons individuals who resonate with the prayer's vibration. Since those individuals are energetically related to the particular tones, lights, and sounds of that prayer, they can use it if they so desire to interface with the records. Currently, there are many people in active relationships with the Akashic records, and they use a variety of sacred prayers with wonderful results. When Mary and I met on the phone, we immediately recognized one another. I made arrangements for her to come to Port Townsend to teach a beginning class. At least I assumed she would be doing the teaching, but no. The weekend arrived. More than 35 people assembled in the community center, and she put me in front of the class. With Mary Parker's blessing, I became certified to teach the Akashic records. Using her sacred prayer, people came, classes happened, and through my own records, advanced work was revealed to me. This in my life could not have been more exciting, demanding, or fabulous. Here was a way to pass something on to others that would allow them to access their own spiritual authority, a simple, non dramatic, reliable method to support those who are called to this light as a path of consciousness development. It has been particularly for me to teach people how to become both spiritually independent and divine brilliant at the same time. I know that there are times when we must seek the counsel of others. On the spiritual path, we work with the duality of doing for ourselves and letting others help us. Knowing what to do when is a skill of spiritual maturity. Being riddled with self doubt, on the other hand, is a must, is a most uncomfortable way to live. I've been there. During that time, when I was confused and unsettled, when I was on my way toward a more authentic spiritual commitment, but at times doing things to avoid it, I was going outside of myself to as many readers and with doctors as I could find. I was seeking, striving, longing for someone to tell me what my purpose was that God wanted me to do, what the universe expected from me. It was awful. Essentially, I wanted someone else, divinely inspired or not, to tell me who to be and how to be in this life. The idea of discovering those things myself scared the daylights out of me. If I steered myself wrong, it was responsibility issue. Really? If I followed other people's advice and things didn't work, well, it would be their fault, not mine. Pathway prayer. At okay. As time passed in Port Townsend, it became clear that our family was better suited to a more urban environment. Still, it was with great sadness that we packed up and headed back to. Let me see if I missed anyone. All right. And headed back to the Midwest. When I returned to the Chicago area, my work expanded. I saw individuals and held classes. Reading my own Akashic records, I'd given me access to priceless resources, classes, ideas, and suggestions about their implementation. One of my driving questions has always been how to be both spiritually aware and a responsible participant in everyday life, and that the question still called for an answer. I'd seen so many people who were either one or the other. I knew intuitively for that spiritual force I had found was not meant to take me away from the life, but rather to enhance my ordinary living. Spending time in my records, I sought guidance on this topic and was able, no, excuse me, on this topic as well as many others. After I'd been teaching in the Midwest for years, I got an unexpected call from Mary Parker. She let me know that she was resurrecting her relationships with the people who used her sacred prayer to teach the Akashic records. By now, I had a great deal of experience with the records, and the many changes she had decided to implement didn't make sense to me. I realized that I could not incorporate her ideas into my work because the guidance I was receiving was different from hers. So, out of respect for Mary and her lineage, and out of respect for myself, I knew I had to step away. I stopped teaching the Akashic records, continue only my work with the individuals. It was a difficult transition because a part of me wanted to belong to the community I had come to know. However, the cost of belonging would be to dishonor my own spiritual truth and disregarding my own guidance, and was out of the question. For the next 18 months, I prayed, cried, wondered, and navigated a great internal maelstrom. At the center of the storm, I struggled with my relationship to God, to the God of my understanding. Out of that struggle came the foundation for what I called the God classes. Though intentionally, what I had created offered a systematic way that systematic way I could resolve some of my outgrown ideas about God. I saw that this approach could benefit others, and with good reasoning in my teaching of the Akashic records. Hey, TGV! I saw the fire and horns. I saw the fire and horns. I knew that was MTGV TV. See no Tom Swister here, MTGV TV. Ty Buddha to drop your link. Everybody greet MTGV TV with fire and horns. Please, please, please. So, alright. In my teaching of the Akashic records, I had observed that those who were comfortable with their God deep, rich work and the records. Those who were uncomfortable with their God, however, had a harder time working in the records, so the God classes helped us all. I'm like looking at the chat and trying to read. That's why I'm like, look there. During the summer of 2001, as I prayed forcefully for help, I received the reoccurring message that I must teach the Akashic records. This was fascinating. I kept telling God is no uncertainty on no uncertain terms that this was out of the question. But the persistent notation would not leave me. The first weekend in September, in the midst of spiritual temper tantrum, a prayer came to me. It broke through my ranting, and my mind went still as the words and the rhythm quietly dominated the space. Saying the prayer opened me up to a powerful realm in the records where my heart softened and my mind lined up to support my heart. I had moved to a new level with the pathway prayer. It was awesome. After I received my own sacred prayer from the records, I made an appointment with my assistant Christina to talk by phone on the morning of September 11, 2001. I planned to share the prayer with her and get her reaction to it. That morning, while we talked, the twin towers of the World Trade Center in New York City were being hit, and a new dimension of consciousness was being opened up for millions. I will have more to say about this astonishing convergence later, but I like to think of the pathway prayer I received, which allowed me to access the heart of the Akashic records as an expression of the higher vibrations that were released that day. I had so much to learn. The pathway prayer intensely engages that the heart, and this requires practitioners to be very active in their own inner work. The clearer and more. Oh, I have no idea. Thank you, MTGV TV2. Thanks so much. I have no idea. I just asked her. She probably is. I have no idea. Let me know, MTGV. Okay, the clearer and more open their hearts, the stronger their connection to the light. That's true. You can never truly connect, align your chakras till your heart is healed from all the hurt, all the pain, all the anger, everything. You can't. You have to let go. Live and learn and let go. Once you let go, once you officially let go of everything, you will move up. But yes, I've been through that. So it is true. It intensely engages the heart, and this requires practitioners to be very active in their own inner work. The clearer and more open their hearts, the stronger their connection to the light. When hearts open, this prayer offers an accessible portal to the Akashic records. I was eager to follow the guidance I was getting from the records, so I soon set up the Center for Akashic Studies and taught classes there. Lots of classes, new ideas, and understandings kept coming through to me from the records, and I acted upon them to the best of my ability. What has been most striking to me about this particular pathway into the records is that compassion and acceptance are dominant. With every reading I do for myself or for someone else, I get a fresh dose of light and love. It may sound corny, but it's true. These energies have helped me grow beyond self recognition and self abandonment and into greater self love. And with a greater awareness of love present within me, and it is only natural for me to want to share more love with others. When I got hit by the 18-wheeler and I fell in the hospital, it messed up my right eye. So at times I see kind of like blurry. So over the years, I have had many readings with practitioners from a variety of disciplines, astrologers, aura reading. Oh yeah, I had that. Or your aura readers, intuitives, and channelers. You don't ever want to channel. All offered many positive and helpful ideas. However, this girl went through everything. I often encountered the same problem with these readings. No matter who the reader was or what method of deviation he or she used, I would be told emphatically that if I would only love myself, everything would be just fine. Being urged to do this didn't make it any easier to get to that place within myself. Though I knew that they were correct and sincere in their desire to assist me, I didn't know how. To translate the words into an experience of accepting and respecting myself for who I was at the time. Now through the grace of an infinitely generous and loving God, I have grown to love myself more today than ever before. Through this pathway into the heart of the Akashic records, I have enjoyed the distinct sense of my own goodness and the goodness of others, as well as the experience of being seen, known, and loved, and most important, liked. It was my sincere wish. It was my sincere wish that this book will lead you to the source and light leads to the source of light from which these wonderful qualities emanate, the Akashic records. All right, so okay, an opening meditation. Be Cancer. Yeah, he wasn't alive. It's his birthday Friday. He was in the car. He's going somewhere. He said he was listening. I think he's doing a catch. I think he might be live. I don't know. Then might have to look if he's live, or he might be doing a catch and may upload it later. Here's check out PP Mass Extra. Hey Georgia girl, how are you doing? How's the family? What's what noise? You're always with the noise. She's always with the noise. Hey Charlene Hill. Now she gonna make me pull up YouTube. Boy. Now I'm gonna pull up YouTube. Hold on everybody. You knew said it sounds like someone cutting wood. Yeah, someone is cutting wood. That's the handyman. I told y'all. I told ya. No, I didn't get no rest. I went to bed like at 12:20 after supporting everybody. Hold on. I can't tell them to be quiet. I'm looking for my what do you call it, AC remote, because I'm gonna see if that helps you knew not hear that noise. Yeah, so you want to hear about that story too then? In the kitchen? Alright. My mom had like a leak under her wooden floors, and then she had other multiple leaks behind the kitchen sink counter. You still hear it? You probably don't hear it because I turned on my AC. So I don't know. But yeah, basically I tore her kitchen apart. I took all the cabins. We tore up all the floor. It was me and my homeboy. And by me doing all the heavy lifting and everything, I got a herniated disc in my stomach. So we're in opening meditation. I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome you to an exciting new dimensions of spiritual knowledge. This dimension is so subtle with such a light and quick vibration that it will actually cause an energetic shift in your consciousness. What happened? What happened, you knew? You hear something you knew? What happened? You knew with this. Let me see. Let me pull up myself. Oh, Destiny. Hey, Big Chief, how you doing? You staying up? You staying blessed? I'm reading the Akashic records, and I'm in opening meditation. Can y'all hear me clearly? Cause you knew it was like, oh my gosh. So I don't know. Hey Debbie, how are you doing? I hope you're staying blessed, staying safe. I hope everyone in the family is doing good. Y'all can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat, please. Because wait, let me see. I could hear myself on. You knew. You would. Oh my God. Okay. So I'm sorry for the interruption. I shall continue reading. I'm very sorry. All right, here we go. So you get such a light and a quick vibration that it will actually cause an energetic shift in your consciousness. As this shift occurs, it will allow you to move out of your ordinary ways of preserving so that you can access the extraordinary and interface with the divine. To facilitate this shift in consciousness, I start each of my beginning classes with a meditation, which is yes, I used to meditate 3 times a day. I slowed that down. I don't know why. I saw something um in December that yeah. There's another thing to talk about. That's why they say be careful what you ask for, be careful about aligning all your chakras and being open like fully, because you'll have that very high awareness, that very high consciousness. You will see things that others cannot see. It's like the TV show Grimm, kind of. Okay, so to facilitate this shift in consciousness, I start each of my beginning classes with a meditation. This meditation helps us ground ourselves in an energetic pillar of light that lovingly holds us steady as we move into our work. So please find yourself a comfortable chair in a quiet room. Seat yourself squarely with your back straight and your feet on the floor. Then read through the following meditation at the pace that feels comfortable to you. So make sure your back is straight, you're aligned with God, okay? And you want to do this. I have tremors and seizures, so it's kind of like shaking because I ain't taking my meds. You do this, put this right, your belly button is right here. Do it right there. Let me go get my meds. They're right here. Just hold on. So how you doing, Big Chief? You feeling better? I'm trying to stay up. I have so many hernias, you know. I have so many. I like in my head, I have a deep slash. Hey, Lois Fuller. So you go like that. Make sure your thumbs are touching. And you want to make like a triangle. In your mind, picture triangle, put above your belly button, be straight. Hey, John Paul. Thank you all for coming. Please hit the thumbs up and enjoy. Thank you very much for coming. May each and every one of you stay blessed each and every day. And may you please type Buddha to drop your link in the chat. I'm looking for this greeting. Hold on. I had to save it in my computer because I got tired of writing it every day. Like trying to remember what the heck was it that I said. Thank you, Charlene. All right. So basically, opening meditation is the pillar of light. As you sit with your feet flat on the floor, let your chair hold you up and support you. Get a sense of where you are and where your body is. Now rub your hands together. Oh, that's easy. All right. You know how I'm always going. I'm always going like this. You, and you do it as fast as you can until they get real hot. Okay? Now rub your hands together and begin to draw energy up from the heart of the earth. Draw it up from the very center of the planet through the soles of your feet and allow it to travel up through your body, up through your legs, up through your trunk, into your neck, and up into the cavity of your skull. Allow the energy to press into the lining of your skull. While still rubbing your hands together, you might be noticing that the energy has been traveling down your arms into your hands. By now, your hands should be warm. Use them to clear your aura and the energy field around your body. So, yeah, they say before you do this, do it real fast so it burns up. And then you just like do that, like, it's like, like, it's better like erasing like cheating, going like that. But yeah, you just do that, do all of your body, and it's just to like get all the negativity and all the crap off of you. So, all right, so that's what you do. And it's physically brush off your body, clearing away any vibration on you or around you that isn't yours. Send it into the earth where it can be absorbed and transmuted. Then, when you're finished, put your hands and palms up in your lap or on the arm of the rest chairs. You could put it like how I showed you, like that. The two thumbs touching. They call that the pranama. So now allow yourself to become aware of the infinitely powerful and loving source of light that is always there, hovering about 18 inches above your head, which is your crown chakra. As you become more aware of the light, it becomes more activated, and it rains down over you, in front, behind, and on both sides. The light clears away anything on you or around you that interferes with your ability to experience your own goodness. As the light moves from head to toe, it gathers under your feet and begins to swell. It begins to establish for you a platform of light that holds you up in this place at this time. It doesn't bind your feet, but it holds them and supports them. Then the light begins to fill your energy field. This is an egg-shaped space that extends all the way around you, about 18 inches in every direction, in front, behind, and on both sides. The light begins to fill that space up to your ankles, your knees, your hips, all the way up to your shoulders and over the top of your head, so that now you are sitting inside a pillar of light. To take a moment now to let the light do its work on you. First, by its natural magnetic property, the light draws from you anything within that doesn't support you, any physical pain, stress, or distress that's present, any emotional turbulence, worry, or chaos, and from your mind, any thoughts that might be scaring you or upsetting you. The light can draw all of that from you. It can draw from you anything within that is interfering with your experience of the ever present inner peace. You don't have to tell the light what to do. The light is an infinite intelligence that knows exactly what you need at this moment. Just let it do its work. And while the light is drawing from you through its magnetic nature, at the same time by its radiant nature, it is radiating itself into you. And as the light radiates into you from every angle possible, in front, from above, from below, and as it passes through the boundary of your skin, the light becomes exactly what you need. So if what you need is courage, the light will become that. Perhaps you need comfort, the light will become that. Open yourself up to observe the light as it becomes what you need and meets whatever the need of the moment is. Take a few moments and to allow this to happen. By now, you should be in a state of reasonable balance and ready to move forward. Bring your attention back to this moment and to continue reading. Oh, you knew I just figured out why you heard the sawing and drilling because I didn't have the headset on. So, my bad. All right, how to read the Akashic records. So that's like one of the prayers. Lois Fuller. Are you related to? I know another Fuller on here. It's a young kid. The Akashic records are a dimension of consciousness that contains a vibrational record of every soul and its journey. This vibrational body of consciousness exists everywhere, and its entity that is completely available at all times and in all places. As such, the records are an experimental body of knowledge that contains everything that every soul has ever taught, said, and done over the course of its existence, as well as all its future possibilities. Let the above definition into smaller parts, starting within meaning of dimension of consciousness. A dimension of consciousness is a realm of the unseen world that we humans can identify and experience through its qualities, characteristics, or traits. For example, the dream state is a dimension of consciousness containing different levels of sleep activity. The humans can identify and experience other dimensions of consciousness, can be identified as different regions of the mind, the conscious and the subconscious, the zone of memory. Areas of musical or mathematical abilities and areas of the brain that govern our physical capabilities. Still other dimensions of consciousness are the different states of relaxation that are measured by brain activity. What all these dimensions of consciousness have in common is that although they are unseen, we know that they exist. In the process of accessing or opening the Akashic records, we transition from a state of ordinary human consciousness to a state of divine universal consciousness, in which recognize our oneness with the divine at all levels. This state of consciousness allows us to preserve the impressions and vibrations of the records. In this way, the records have served humanity Oh, I hope you're feeling better, Georgia girl. I'm looking on my cell phone. See the chats. I hope you're feeling better. I had blood drawn from me yesterday, so I know what you mean. Cause I was supposed to go live yesterday, but I ain't full good. All right, so in the process of accessing or opening the Akashic records and read divine oneness with the divine at all levels, this state of consciousness allows us to preserve the impressions and vibrations of the records. In this way, the records have served humanity throughout its unfolding by being an extraordinary state through which we can receive divine elimination at a manageable rate and interrogate it into our human experience. Because of this interrogation, we can quite literally say that accessing the Akasha allows us glimpses of heaven on earth. Now, on the meaning of Akasha, the introduction of the Aquarium Gospel of Jesus the Christ by Levi H. Dowling has perhaps the best description of the word. Akasha is a Sanskrit word and means primary substance, that out of which all things are formed. It is the first stage of crystallization of spirit. This Akashic of primary substance is of exquisite fineness and is so sensitive that the slightest vibrations of an ether any place in the universe register an indelible impression upon it. When we talk about the Akasha, the primary substance, we are referring to energy, and it is to energy in its first and earliest state before it has directed by our individual thoughts and affected by emotions in this lifetime. This energy is a quality of light in both the physical and spiritual senses. It is quality of aliveness. It is a quality of aliveness and vitality, individualized uniquely as specific souls. Although Akasha is a Sanskrit word, the Akashic records are noted in many sacred texts. Following are several references in the Bible. So, hey, Son Uber, hey, Promise Child. So, anybody, I hope y'all don't hear that. It's like major drilling now. Okay, this is in the Jewish Bible, Psalms 56:8-9. You keep count of my wanderings, put my tears into your flask, into your record. Okay, now this is from the Amplified Bible, Psalms 40:7-8. Then I said, behold, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me. I delight to do your will. Oh my God, yes, your the law is within my heart. This is Amplified Bible, Hebrews 10:7. Then I said, behold, here I am coming to do your will, O God, to fulfill this written of me in the volume of the book. New Jerusalem Bible, Psalms 139:16. You have scrutinized my every action. All were recorded in your book, my days listed and determined even before the first of them occurred. So, all these, here we go, it's still saying the Bible. Okay. New Jerusalem Bible, Revolution 2012. The book in which men's actions, good and bad, are recorded is the book of life. Okay, then we have Mazor for Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, a prayer book of the days of Al, Rabbi Jules Halu, editor. May we and the entire house of Israel be remembered and recorded in the book of life, blessing, sustenance, and peace. How to read your Akashic records, how to find your soul's purpose, soul's journey. And these are all scriptures from different Bibles, and it's all saying of the same thing, that there is Akashic records, that your journey, it talks about when you were born, why you were sent here, what is your purpose, and it's for you to reach that goal in life. But it's here in basically proof. All these scriptures right here from different Bibles. So it's like people before, that would tell me, oh, you meditate. Yeah, I meditate, but I don't worship I don't worship the devil. I worship God. That's it. I value God, and that's it. And they were saying, oh, that's bad. Well, here it is in different Bibles, different scriptures. So, all right, we have the Aquarium Gospel of Jesus the Christ, 158:3-4. And Jesus opened up to the disciples. Hey, Promise Child, I'm glad you're here. It was talking about nature when the opening prayer meditation. And Jesus opened up to the disciples the meaning of hidden way and the holy breath, and of the light that cannot fail. He told them all about the book of life, the rolls of Graphel, the book of God's remembrance, where all thoughts and words of men are written down. The Akashic records of the light body of universal self-awareness, as such, they contain the universal consciousness with its three main components of mind, heart, and will. The records also contain the radiant vibrations of life, light that all things generate. Yeah. It was talking about you become one with the tree and you feel fully connected with the tree. Georgia girl, type Buddha in the chat. Yeah, she's very good at connect with Promix. Thank you for supporting one another. Consciousness. I hope you guys could hear me, not hear that damn drill. As such, they contain the universal consciousness with its three main components of mind, heart, and will. The records also contain the radiant vibrations of light that all things generate. Every time we access the records, our awareness is affected by this quality of light, and we become enlightened by it. Yes, we do. When this happens, the effects of the light become evident in our thoughts and emotions and in those of our clients, and we begin to experience an increased sense of peace and well-being. The Akashic records are governed and protected by a group of non-physical light beings called the Lords of the Records. These beings ensure the safety and integrity of the records. They determine not only who can access the records, but what information they can receive. The Lords of the Records work with the masters, teachers, and loved ones, who serve as the interface between the Akashic and earthly realms by downloading to the masters, teachers, and loved ones the information that they will relay during each Akashic reading. Through the Lords of the Records, the Akashic Masters are non-physical beings. Some of the teachers or all of the loved ones have existed as humans on earth. When you work in the Akashic Records, you will see the Lords of the Records. nor will you see the teachers and the loved ones as they existed in human form. But you may sense their energetic presence if a teacher or a loved one deems it appropriate and necessary to come forward and relay certain information. Usually, however, the masters and teachers and loved ones prefer to remain anonymous so that we will learn to rely on the energy of the records rather than on specific identities in the records. In Chapter 3, I will discuss in more detail the roles of the lords of the records and the masters, teachers, and loved ones, as you may have submersed from the preceding description. However, working in the Akashic records requires an understanding and acceptance of the concept of reincarnation. From the perspective of the records, all souls are eternal. At this level of understanding, the records hold the archive, each soul as it has existed from lifetime to lifetime as different human beings on earth plane while evolving throughout time and space. A human incarnation occurs as a specific manifestation of the perfect blueprint of the soul. The idea of the human experience is to become in the physical the perfect self that already exists in the Akasha at the soul level, growing into the awareness of the one's spiritual nature and being able to anchor Yeah, this is Linda Howe. I don't ask me. Um, I wasn't told to get like a certain how was I? Yeah, my acupuncture who aligns all my chakras said that the only one there's 1,000 books written about your Akashic records. She said that Linda Howe is a very good author, and then I have this one. And that's also by Linda Howe. And then the other one that I'm drawn to is the purple one. I forget what it's called, but when I first started reading this, I felt like, I don't know how to describe it. I felt so in tune with it. I felt like I already knew this words. Like I already have this awareness, I already have this knowledge. Like I felt like I wrote this book. Seriously, like that's how I felt. Like I don't know if it's because I took light activation class before I had read this. So I don't know if that's why. The purple book is called Discover Your Soul's Path through taking your life from ordinary to extraordinary. Yeah, that's it. Because I told my mom I want this one, I wanted that one, and then I was like, oh my gosh, she has a purple one. I wanted the purple one. Yeah, my mom was like, first you gotta read the books. So I've been trying to read this, but I've been like supporting it a lot, but I have to read this. So I'm just here trying to share with y'all, and then at the same time, I do read at my own pace, and if I do repeat, it's basically because I have a traumatic brain injury, and I'm just trying to process and just understand it. This is like my fourth time reading it, so I rented a few books about Akashic records. You ever go out the library? For real? Oh wow, that's interesting. Damn. I told Trinity I don't know if I should do like a panel. No, thank you. I was just talking to Pacha because he's reading a book, but I'm gonna finish it up. It's all right. Sorry. Are you going live, J Star? Hey, Pahan. Type Buddha in the chat to drop your link so everybody connect with you. I know you came from trending, right? Type Buddha. Oh my god, I wrote it again. To drop Buddha. To drop your link. Oh, you're not going live? I've been trying to catch your live. Like, I'm Eastern time. What time are you? I'm trying to get back to my normal routine. Promise. And everybody that was waking up at 5 a.m., I would wake up at the crack of dawn. Yeah, I get it from something else. Shit, I'll tell you right now. These my mom downloaded this and you get all the books half price that you see now on Amazon. It's like cheaper here. It's called Thrift Books. It's an app you download. I don't know if you can see that. I'm sorry, I have the world. Let me see if I turn on the glare. Can y'all see it? Okay, you see that green square with the three little white books? It's called Thrift Books. And Google Play Store, type. I know people have like the difficulty understanding me. I'm trying to work on my own. It's called Thrift Books. It's in Google Play Store. And you basically, when you buy books on PMC, like they give you get rewards, and it's good enough. Like, let's say you order one, they'll send you one for free. Like, you'll have like four you could choose from. And I like reading, and I had a lot of books. Hey, Sheed, we here. How you doing? I had a lot of books, and my mother donated them to the library. And I was like, why would you donate them to the library when I'm the one who bought them from the library? And I was just like, okay, fine. It's fine. It's fun. It's fine. It was like all James Patterson, Stephen King, James Baldwin, Dean Koontz. It was like, like really good books. But I understand, I gotta get rid of the books. I have another one, Mastering Five Elements, because that's another thing I do is Qigong. So I'm trying to get back into that routine of waking up at the crack of dawn. Because me and Buddha used to wake up every day at 5 a.m., get up, get ready, go get her 2 eggs. Oh, wow. Oh, seriously? Okay, shit. Hold on, let me see. Let me screenshot this. See? I screenshot. Because that, I would definitely, I have the other book on my Kindle that I downloaded. I have to read that. And then I felt ill. I was rushed to the hospital and I got real sick. And you know what's so funny? I was reading that book that night that I felt fine. And I was reading that book. And then the next day I just kept on having a headache. But I was still supporting and still being on people's lives. And then September, I don't remember, September 7th or 6th. It's written down on my calendar. I was taken to, it was September 8th. I was rushed to the hospital on September 9th. And then I was brought back the next day to be told, well, I was brought back the next day, and then they gave me some extra shit, I don't know, whatever in my body. Like they gave me potassium, they gave me some other junk, and I was told, because they didn't want to run any tests on me, I was told that I had COVID. But then now, while my doctors like trying to push me to get vaccinated and push me for all of this stuff, I was told now that I may not even have had COVID. I may just have had an infection within the bloodstream or something. It may not be even COVID related. I was beyond furious because you don't understand. I have serious medical issues and I cannot deal with that. And I was just like, oh my God, these people don't understand what they're doing. Like, people are going to the hospital about a different situation, something unrelated. See this right here? It bulges up into a green ball. That's like, you see that? That's like my breathing. That's my main carotid artery that leads to my heart, that pumps blood to my brain. And it balls up like that and it goes back in. See? I don't know if y'all could see because I have the brightness down on this computer. But yeah, I don't know if y'all can see this shit. Like, when it hurts, it gets like too big. I'm like, oh my God, and then I gotta lay my head the other way. So now, due to they put potassium, and they did not blood transfusion, they gave me extra antibodies, which I'm already O negative. They gave me that. And the good thing about it is it was a little pouch bag, and half of it spilled on the bed because the nurse didn't connect it right. So my uncle was like, don't worry, have faith in God, you'll be okay, don't worry about it. So I'm just a little panicky because they told me I may not have that. And it's ridiculous because people are actually going to the hospital about something else, and the doctors automatically come to assumption, okay, you have COVID. Bye. And I'm like, what? I'm like, how is this COVID related? I'm like, this is not COVID related. I've had this for the past 3 years, going on 4 years. And since they put the stuff in me now, it balls up, and then like before it would suck in like a little hole and suck out. Oh my God. I started having a panic attack, guys. Like, bad. Here is the one spot. Wait, you in? You're gonna have me go to the library. Library better have this. All right, I screenshot it. Is it the same book? Okay, it's the same. Elevate your energy and initiate your dreams through the. Ooh. Okay, I got that. Thank you. He's very good. Problem child type Buddha. Everybody, please connect with him. He's more. I'm still learning. I'm in light activation class, so I am learning. He is more enlightened and tuned. If you ask me, he's very in tune because he doesn't believe in type. I never was one to be on YouTube. Never. I didn't believe in this. I'm very antisocial. Um, I don't know. I don't know if that's a good thing. I would just like stay in nature, lay outside with my dog, meditate. And my best friend asked me to grow her channel. Well, my ex best friend asked me to grow her channel to 1.34K, and I did. and it dropped down to 900. Then I brought her back up to 1,000 3 times. And I know she has multiple accounts, so she's probably listening to me. I'm sorry to say that you may, think you have a good heart. I'm sorry to say, I understand. Namaste. I wish nothing but the good and happiness for you, but I cannot be friends with, I already told you, I cannot be friends with someone who's in the darkness, because I have to keep my vibration high, and you are down here, and I can't, because if I drop my vibration, that's me giving in, and I can't do that. Thank you very much for showing him love. No, I'm actually moving into an apartment for the meantime. I would love to take a dog. It's 140 pounds. Wow. Buddha was 110. She weighed less than me. I'm 5'1", 120. Well, now I'm 115. But is that another book? Okay. Copy. Oh, a husky! Oh my god! I I got a husky for free at the beach when I was young, because it kept like following me and it loved to be with me. So an old couple gave me the puppy and let me have him, because he didn't want to go home with the owners. He wanted to go with me, and he always went in the water with me. And I had a Rottweiler, but my Rottweiler was fine with him. So the owner said, "Okay, take him." I took him. When I say that dog, oh my goodness, that dog, he did diarrhea all over the place. My parents are not having it. They had an apartment, and you're only allowed to have like to up to a certain weight. And in the apartment building that I'm moving to, for the meantime, just for right now, it's I think below 20 pounds. So my mom's getting me a teacup Yorkie. No, it's a full-blooded Yorkie. I will find out what her. Yeah, I'll find out everything about her. But right now, she is approximately going on the 4th week. She is only 4 weeks old. She won't be ready till when I come back from Hawaii, my mom said. But everybody, thank you for dropping your house, Georgia girl. If you're still here, promise y'all, did you get her link? Did she drop it way above? I don't think she comes in here and does that. I don't know. Do you have Georgia girl? You should have Georgia girl. All right, so let me just finish this up, and then we'll talk about this, because everybody please connect with him. Okay, no problem, because he's very enlightened and he does know a lot. He knows that meditating is good in nature, because you become one, like I told you in the beginning, you become one with the tree. When you become one with the tree, you will start to notice, like, I don't know if you get freaked out by the bugs outside, butterflies. You will start to notice a lot of butterflies. Birds, the actual birds start talking to you. And like lizards will like start to like, I saw me and Buddha. I was sitting on the stairs, and Buddha was laying on the floor, and I could see this little thing moving on the ground, and I'm looking, and usually lizards run from us. No, this little lizard was getting closer and closer. And then when Buddha would look, Buddha was like, it's getting close to my paw. The lizard was like right here. And I was like, oh my God, like I pray, like nothing happens. I went like this to the lizard and it wouldn't go. So I was like, wow. So I spoke to my Qigong instructor and he told me that you're connecting. And that's when I closed my eyes, when I was ironing clothes for my mom and watching Miss Diaz, who does scratch offs. I was watching Miss Diaz on the phone. I was ironing clothes, ironing my mom's work clothes, and I had my ex best friend in my ear, just telling me her problems with her ex boyfriend, why they didn't work out. So I closed my eyes. I was like, please, Lord, just give me an answer, give me a sign right now. And I saw the load. When I tell you, I'm seriously, I swear on my father, God rest in peace, Daddy. I saw the lotus flower turning, and that just like I was like, wow. And then my friend was like, what? And I was like, wow, I just saw the lotus flower turning. And then she's like, but I'm here. I was like, I don't care what you have to say. I was like, the lotus flower's turning. I have to go. And I hung up because I had to go. I had to go to my mom. I had to go. But I told her when she got home. But yeah, these are real good books to read that Promise Child is mentioning and everything. It is good to learn about your Akashic records and to be drawn to the book. It's very important to be drawn to the book. I was drawn to this book, so that's why I'm reading this. The idea of human experience is to become in the physical the perfect self that already exists in the Akasha at the soul level, growing into the awareness of one's spiritual nature and being able to anchor that awareness in the physical and become the optimal self on earth plane takes time, many lifetimes in fact. In the records, we are able to see and register our various incarnations, which means you are able to see your previous lives. Yes, I said it, previous lives. I know some may not believe it, but once you access your Akashic records and you find out your soul's purpose and your soul's meaning and your reason of journey here on this earth, you will not have to return to this earth. You will be able to be happy in heaven with all your loved ones, and most of us won't come back because most of us already are enlightened. We are lifted all the way. Huh? You don't? Okay. I don't know what you meant. Oh no, I don't need drama. No. That let's just say that was a good life lesson in this journey because like I had stated, I stopped meditating and the reason was because of the ex friend. If I return to Earth, I want to be a bird. Yeah, right, that's what I said. That's what I said. But then, if I return to this Earth, I want to be a whale shark. Because if you're a whale shark, ain't nobody can kill you. I love the ocean. Hey, Promix, thanks for coming back. So, okay, so when you grow in the physical and become the optimal self on the earth. Okay, become the optimal self on the earth plane takes time, many lifetimes, in fact, and the records we are able to see and register are various incarnations. So, in the essence, the Akashic records are both the perfect soul level blueprint and the catalog of experience of an individual soul as it grows into awareness of itself as a spiritual being, divine in nature and manifesting in the physical earth arena. Traditional therapy is often needed for basic learning and problems, but when one is ready to move beyond the basic to the extraordinary, the Akashic records far surpass the power of traditional therapy. I am very grateful to have this powerful and exciting tool available to increase my self knowledge and help me become the person I was born to be. And that's a quote by Catherine. I don't know if y'all can see. So it is easy to understand why the Akasha is often called the records. The Akasha is organized in a way that allows us humans to interact with this spiritual resource and gain insight, guidance, and understanding within earthly time and space in order for the records to be accessible to us. They are organized by current legal names. This way, whatever lifetime we are in, we can gain entry and find the blueprint or the record of our individual soul and examine the path to its realization. While it is true that the Akashic records of every soul exist everywhere, all at once, and are entirely accessible, it would not be useful to have total access to a soul's records during a single Akashic reading. The information would be so vast and overwhelming that deciphering it would be nearly impossible and could do more harm than good. Every name has a distinct vibrational quality, so when we open a particular soul's records, we use the name that the soul is currently using in this lifetime. The vibration that the name then makes available to us, the set of the records that contain the information that will be most relevant during the reading. It's no wonder the Akashic records have been likened to a cosmic internet that allows us to Google specific information when we open a person's records. The energy of records moves on the formed or spoken word as an Akashic reader describes what he or she is receiving from the records. The process flows, the spoken words facilitate the movement of the energy, the relationship of the story at hand, and the client's thoughts, feelings, and subsequent actions. When you work in your own records and assign words to what is occurring, whether through thought, writing, or speech, you are facilitating the same flow of energy and information. The Akashic records are always changing and expanding. As our souls evolve over time, our records adjust to reflect our growth and are in a constitutional state of refinement. As we align with our perfection and manifest that perfection in our earthly lives, therefore we can look at the records as an intermediary body of all past, present, and future possibility, probability, and eventuality. Through them, we can derive. Hey, Servant David, blessings to you. Thank you so much for coming. Do you listen to the audiobooks, Buddha, because they are a good way to assist you in getting the good night? Yeah, I listen to connect to your higher self for sleep, and the meditation station on Alexa by Jason Stevenson and a lot of people. I can't remember their names, but yes, I do listen to that. I drink a lot of water, so please give me a moment. Please type Buddha in the chat to connect with each other, and I will be back. And what do you think so far of this book? laying down on the floor. Hey, what's up? So I'm just gonna finish up to this paragraph, and then I'm gonna see if anybody. Let me see. I have read a few of Linda's books of the Kindle that are good reads, but the ones I recommend to you, I haven't read at all because I'm reading other books about keeping calm and peace. Oh, I need to learn that. I need to learn God grant me serenity because I have an issue, like an anger issue. Um, like literally, when I go take my car to get something to eat, I don't know what it is, but every time I'm in my mother's car, someone almost hits me, or someone cuts me off, and they almost hit me. It's like, why are you such in a rush early in the morning? What is wrong with you people? Like, I don't understand that. And then me, like, I just get triggered easily. And like, way before, I would say, way before this Christmas, I was very calm, very happy, at peace. And that's why I think I'm going to go back into meditating. Um, I'm going to go back out more into nature. And I may not be on a lot on YouTube, but I will be on my cell phones. See, I have two of them, so don't panic. I have two of them. I will pull you guys up when I'm done meditating. When I'm done with everything. I will support. Um, Wait, why is he frustrated? No. I felt like that serving David. Don't let them win. Don't. If anyone knows, like Promise Child spoke to me about it, and he's right. You shouldn't let others win. You shouldn't let others take what makes you happy. That makes you happy talking about it, and the stuff you talk about, you're helping others, and you shouldn't ever quit. I'm telling you right now, don't quit. Okay? Please do not quit. We need your channel. Like, seriously. The Akasha records are non-intrusive and based in non-invasive. They are not aligned with a particular personality or entity, nor are they governed or owned by any human organization or institution. Therefore, they are not the inclusive domain of any religion or metaphysical wisdom school. Rather, they are available to all, because the Akasha is the primary substance out of which all thoughts are formed. The records are interpreted in different ways by different cultures, religions, and organized belief systems. What is commonly agreed upon by all is the Akashic energy itself. So, what is belief systems? What is commonly agreed by all is the Akashic energy itself, which is manifested and generally recognized as love, light, peace, power, beauty, harmony, joy, strength, order, and balance, which is Namaste. We are all one, and I'm gonna pick up, maybe not tomorrow, on another day. Who uses the Akashic records and why? So I hope y'all enjoyed that. But if you need me, you know what? I'm gonna go on Promise, are you going live? Oh, you hardly go live. Are you going live? I think he goes live, but early in the morning. Like early in the morning. Like it's been hard for me to get up that early. But I feel like because the thing is I get up at 5 a.m. and then I fall back asleep. Oh, they're still alive? Alright, so you know you're going live, right? Cause the thing was I was gonna say promise child, do you want me to end this and do a stream yard for Servant David? Servant David, will you come up and I don't know if you knew will come up, promise child. Yeah, because Servant David, what's wrong? Like I can manage. Keep calm. I can be in my license by myself. Why you can't be in your license by yourself, Servant David? What time do you go live, sir? No, I went to bed at 12. And I know if I end this, I'll go support others. Trendy wanted me to. It's at 2:47, so I can go for 3 hours and then just end it. But I said I didn't have seen alone. People come, but at least. Oh, that's what you meant. No, because when you're live, I'm usually in the background. Yeah, we take like a nap. We say we're gonna take a nap. Do we take a nap? No, never take a nap. Hey Trisha, Trisha J, Lawagan 4, hello. So nice to meet you. Type Buddha to drop your link and connect with everybody. It should. Let me see. Oh, I'm on YouTube, so I don't really know much about this YouTube thing. Only StreamYard. But I wanted to go on StreamYard because I have some scratch offs, and I know that's for like the scratch community. But I think I'm gonna make videos because I got 8 unboxings to do. I have 8 unboxings to do. I have a special gift from an amazing content creator named The Right Way. The Right Way. Let me write it. The Rights. I call him The Wrong Way or In the Dark Closet. That's his name. He's an amazing person. He has an amazing wife, amazing family. Yeah, 8. I just throw them to the side. I let them pile. I don't have time because I told you like I'm listing everything that's for sale and then I'm constantly like I have 6 messages from next door that they want the information of stuff. I just mail. But yeah. 8 unboxings. Yes. Yep. That's why it's very hard. And then I have all of these to unscratch. I have more over there. This is one that I won $500 on. Gave it to my mother. This is another amazing book. I know that this has nothing to do with the spiritual level or the Akashic records or anything, but this does have to do with somebody I support and somebody that I highly respect, and I haven't seen around yet in a while. Well, I saw her earlier in the live, and I said hi to her. Um, this is Tiffany Wilson, Invisible Walk, Broken She's Not. This is available on YouTube. I mean, excuse me, not YouTube. On Amazon. This is available on Amazon. So you have a mini UPS. It's no, it's like over there in the corner and on my meditation cushion. Yeah, so and then I have my mother's laptop sitting there on my meditation cushion because I have to fix her computer because oh my god, like she did some kind of update and her whole screen just went black. So I'm like, what? And she doesn't have warranty anymore on the computer. The warranty expired. So everybody, please go to look. This is her. Please go to Amazon. It's just put "Invisible Walk, Broken She's Not" by Tiffany Wilson, and it will come right up. That's her. And I appreciate each and every one of you coming and supporting. I'm truly grateful for that because you guys don't have to be here. And the thing is that when you think someone's like a good person, but then you learn, like you just learn, just live and learn in life. That's why I want to hire winners. That's why I want to read my Akashic records. That's why I want to know more prayers about it and advance myself. And I'm almost done with that book, but I figured, okay, I'll just reread it so to help others understand and help others. I hope you guys understood me, and I hope you enjoyed it to the fullest. Once again, I appreciate Promise Child. I appreciate MTGV TV, Trisha, John Paul. Let's see, Serving David. You knew. When are we gonna do karaoke again? We laughed, we lifted up. All right, said John Paul, J Star, Just Star. Just Star, Time for Me is a wonderful channel. Very, very, very wonderful person. She to be here. And I would like to thank Pahan Setovili, Georgia girl. Major love shout out. Sean Tuber, that was fun on your live stream. Hangman, that was fun. Lois Fuller, Big Chief 60, Charlene Hill, thank you very much for being here. Always coming through. I appreciate it to the fullest. You're an amazing person. MTGV TV 2, and Shay's Faith. She could sing. She could sing. She be hiding it, but she could sing. Problem is, y'all. Debbie, shout out to you. Let's see. I'm going through the chat. PP Mass. How can I forget? Benin. Abandoned Boys. OG Trev. PP Mass. May he have a blessed, beautiful birthday tomorrow. Promise Child. You go to YouTube search, type PP Mass. And you can also type his other channel. He goes around saving young kids from these disgusting grown pedophiles. It's ridiculous. You need to watch it. Like, seriously. Major love shout out to Music Corner. Major love shout out always to my friend Trendy Live TV. Barbara, and Vinny, love you both. Love you to the fullest. I've known you guys for a while now. BKM and everybody else. It doesn't let me scroll up any further. Um, but yeah, though that's an amazing person to check out. Um, you see how dope he is. He makes the time to come to my channel. He makes the time to come say hi, listen for a few while he's driving. And I believe, honestly, he's on a case because he says he's on his way driving somewhere. And I think that's what it is. But yes, take care. Namaste to you too. Promise y'all. I'm just waiting 4 more minutes. Three more minutes. No, he's from Puerto Rico. Well, he lives in Puerto Rico. Promise y'all, you want to tell her your he has a long, cause I'm Puerto Rican, Chicana, of Mexican blood, but born and raised here in Miami Beach, and he's mixed also. He's mixed also, but he has more of a mix. My ex was Puerto Rican and Jamaican. He's from the old San Juan, Puerto Rico. That's where he lives. But she says, oh, here we go. Born and raised. He's probably going all in it. What else are you mixed with, Project? That's probably how long it is. That's why he's probably typing it. You know it's nosy like that. But she's a cool person. She's a very cool person, to get to know and to go show her support when she goes live every day at 1. What time is it? 1 Central Time? Because I believe when it's 1 there, it's 2 here. My mother is Mexican and Puerto Rican, and father is Cameroon, Africa, Shokita, Native American, Benjamin. That's your father? Bengali, Indian, and Chinese. Oh, that's how you know how to speak. Oh wow! So your mother's Mexican, Puerto Rican. How funny! That is so funny. My mom is born and raised in Puerto Rico. Well, she was born in Puerto Rico and grew up in New York. Moved to Phoenix, Arizona. Met my father, who was born in California. So when any Mexican blood is born in California, they are considered Chicano. And then he moved to Phoenix, Arizona to be with his family. And long story short, his family was me, my mother, and it was supposed to be his son. But yeah, that's another story. I don't really want to discuss that. But thank you very much, everyone, for coming. I truly appreciate it. Namaste to you and your family. Going on 3 hours. Thank you, Servant David. I'm waiting for you new. Because if not, man, look, this is a tripod. If y'all probably want a tripod, see. this tripod because I'm about to do some scratch offs, unboxing. But I hope to see all of you here tomorrow. I will pick up reading. Namaste. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your evening. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Namaste. Bye, everyone. Take care. I'm putting end in this, and it's like not wanting to end.